everyone, welcome to Powered by Calendly. So glad you're here. My name is Shane Murphy-Reuter and I'm excited to be your host for today's big announcements. We have a lot of exciting news to share. For over a decade, we've helped millions of people do one thing, get a meeting on the calendar without the back and forth. Today, we're making a bigger bet. Starting today, Calendly is going beyond scheduling. We're bringing AI into the entire meeting lifecycle. Coordination, conversation, and follow-through. A connected suite that works together to take the busy work out of meetings so you can focus on what actually matters. People like Lizzie Lewis, Marquise Stewart, and Todd Nielsen, testing and refining these experiences in the real world. Ultimately, Calendly's success comes down to our customer success, and we couldn't do it without you. We're thrilled to walk you through what we've built. Okay, we have a lot to run through today, and we're going to get to it. First, with our intrepid founder and CEO, Tope Awotona. Tope, take us back. You launched Calendly in 2013. What was the goal and how do we get from there to here?
Shane, thank you so much for having me and thank you for being here with me today. Yeah, the goal for Calendly started very simply. I had a personal frustration and that's really what Calendly was born out of. At the time I was in sales and the mantra in sales is time kills all deals. But I found myself wasting a lot of time going back and forth over email trying to get meetings scheduled. Sometimes it would take days, sometimes it would take weeks. And I just thought it was so crazy that in 2013, when we solved much more difficult and technical problems, that scheduling was still manual and everyone just seemed to accept it. And so I became obsessed with the problem and I decided I need to make an attempt to fix it. Well, 13 years later, I'm proud of the work that we've done here. Millions of people have now saved billions of hours through Calendly. We've removed a lot of frustration. We've helped businesses grow. We've helped businesses delight their customers. So this is work that we're really proud of. But we've also noticed something else, and that is the fact that there's still a lot of work that surrounds meetings. In spite of the fact that we've taken away a lot of the work that happens up front in coordinating the meeting and scheduling it, preparation, follow-up, all that still exists and it still represents a lot of work for our customers and it's taking them away from the actual work they should be doing. And the people feeling this the most are the people who are wearing multiple hats, those running businesses, those serving customers. What we keep hearing from them is very, very clear. They want help. They don't want more complexity. They don't want another system to manage. They just want something to take all this work off their plate so they can focus on the work that actually really matters. And so for us, because of this feedback and these learnings, the question for us has changed. It's changed from how do we make scheduling easier into how can we take the work out of everything else around in meetings? Because reducing that effort and time is really what is necessary to help our customers. It's exactly what they're asking for. And most importantly, with how AI has evolved in the last few years, it has finally become possible for technology to do a lot more than just organize work. It can actually start handling some of the work for you. And we're really excited to lean into that.
This is really exciting, Tope. You said the magic word there, AI. Okay, AI is all the hype right now. And I know we've tried to be really thoughtful about how we leverage it for our customers. While the products we're going to see today use AI as the backbone for how they work, tell us how you think about the role AI can play in the customer's day.
Shane, you're so right. AI is everywhere right now, and it's sometimes very difficult to know exactly what to care about and what's just noise. For us, it's been pretty simple. We wanted to start with our customers, and what we consistently hear from our customers is that they want us to focus on real problems that they have. Calendly from day one has been about incredibly intuitive and easy to use products. And we wanted to make sure that we took the same approach with AI. That meant that we've worked really, really hard to make sure that these products work seamlessly out of the gate. There's no clunky setup required because we know that for our customers, the stakes are really, really high because they themselves are working with important clients and customers, and accuracy and reliability are crucial. And so for these reasons, we've painstakingly tested these products and we've iterated over the past year to make sure that these products are best in class. Across the testing we've done, our accuracy and reliability are best in class across the board.
That makes a ton of sense. Our customers have far too much to worry about without having to also worry about whether their AI is actually going to work. Okay, this is very, very cool. I think that's a good segue to our first product announcement and demo. Thank you, Tope.
Thanks, Shane.
Okay, without further ado, I'm going to hand you over to Shiv, our Senior Director of Product, to take us through the new products we've built to achieve our vision of handling all of the busy work around meetings. Over to you, Shiv.
Thank you, Shane. Yes, we have been working on something really exciting. As Tope mentioned, all the work surrounding meetings takes up so much of our customer valuable time. We want to take that work off their plate. That's why we're excited to announce 2 new products today to remove that busy work. First, Callie, Calendly's new AI assistant. Second, Calendly's Notetaker. One thing we heard from our customers is that scheduling links work great when the meeting is straightforward. Someone picks up a time and you're done. But we all know that many meetings aren't that simple. A customer asks for a meeting outside normal availability. Someone needs to reschedule. Someone wants a meeting to be shorter, longer, or move to a different location. Or you're stuck in the email thread going back and forth trying to schedule a meeting. In those moments, even with scheduling links, you are still doing the busy work. Checking calendar, negotiating time, managing changes, and coordinating everyone involved. And after a meeting, the additional tasks get in the way of meaningful momentum. That's why we built Callie, Calendly's new AI assistant that handles time-consuming tasks before and after meeting. Working directly from your inbox, Callie helps coordinate meeting on your behalf. Just tell Callie what you need. It handles coordination for everyone involved. From finding the right time to managing changes and finally keeping scheduling moving forward. Now, seeing is believing. Roman, show us Callie.
Thanks, Shiv. Let's see how Callie works. So let's say I get an email from a client named Alex, and he says, we should catch up soon. Have any time to meet next week? Normally, I would go to Calendly, copy my link, and paste it in the email. Alex can go in there, pick a time. But now with Callie, all I have to do is hit reply, add Callie at calendly.com, just like I would a human assistant, and then say, hey, Alex, sure thing. Adding Callie to share times, and I can customize on top of that. I can say mornings work best for me. And then when I send that off, Callie in the background is going to look at the context in the email, look at my calendar, and make sure it shares times that work for the context of the scheduling conversation and that work for me. And so when Callie replies, it's going to share time slots right in the email for mornings next week, and Alex will be able to just pick one of those time slots straight from the email without having to go to Calendly, and Callie will pop the meeting on both of our calendars, and it can also handle coordination as well. So if Alex needs a change later down the line, or if I need a change, I can just reply to that original email chain, just like I would with a human assistant, and make any changes that are necessary.
Great. What I love about this experience is how naturally it feels. Roman, you don't have to learn something new workflow. You simply told Callie what you need. Callie worked with Alex to find the time that works for you and both of them. There's just one email address to remember, I believe.
Callie at calendly.com.
Great. So Callie works directly in the flow of the conversation because it understands the context, the email thread. So that's where the scheduling happens. And that's where the real shift starts to happen, from going coordinating yourself to simply delegating to Callie. So what's next, Roman?
Well, we like to say that Callie is infinitely flexible now. It can handle situations that your scheduling link couldn't normally handle. So let's say I had that meeting with Alex, and then he wants a follow-up. He says, great catching up yesterday. Can we meet one more time before Friday's deadline? Maybe for a bit longer. So this time, I'm going to reply, adding Callie. And this is the type of situation where normally this email would sit in my inbox for a bit because it's a custom situation, meeting for a bit longer, meeting potentially out of working hours. So I can either go on Calendly and customize a link for this, or I can do it the old way. Look at my calendar, find a time that works, share back and forth over email, and then finally land on time.
Yeah.
With Callie, you don't need to do any of that anymore. It's just like if you had a human assistant helping you out. So I'm going to reply to Alex, adding Callie, and then I'll say, hey, Alex, sure, let's meet tonight sometime from 6 to 10 p.m. for an hour. And what it's going to do is, my working hours are 9 to 5 on my Calendly event I wouldn't have to go to Calendly and change my working hours
Right,
to 6 to 10 p.m. And my meeting length is usually 30 minutes. I don't have to go and change anything to an hour. So Callie in the background, after I send this email, is just for this situation, because it's infinitely flexible, share times between 6 to 10 p.m. for an hour with Alex right in the email thread. I didn't need to go to Calendly to change anything. I didn't need to go to my calendar to look for times. And I didn't need to have a bunch of back and forth to make the meeting happen. And on top of that, when you do something that is outside of your defaults, like booking outside of working hours, I asked for 6 to 10 p.m., Callie will actually check with you. So it'll send you something called a private message, and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to meet outside these working hours? Are you sure you want to book over this meeting? It's always going to check with you, and it's never going to do something that you wouldn't expect it to. So when I reply to Callie to offer these times outside of my availability, it'll then go back into the main email thread and share times with Alex that are between 6 to 10 p.m. for an hour. And then all Alex needs to do is pick a time and the meeting gets booked. There wasn't any back and forth. I didn't have to change anything on my Calendly, and I didn't even have to look at my calendar. It's just like if I had a human assistant.
Great. Thank you, Roman. For a very long time, scheduling software has helped people share their availability. Now you have an assistant like Callie that actively participates in coordination itself, where you can simply express what you need, and Callie handles the work getting it done. There are 3 things to make this experience fundamentally different. Number 1, there is just one email to remember. Instead of deciding which scheduling link to send, you simply add Callie@calendly.com and tell Callie what you need. Number 2, real-time flexibility for real life. Meeting doesn't always fit neatly into predefined rule. Maybe it needed to be a different location, duration, or happens within a specific window. Callie can adapt those requests without you having to reconfirm your setup. Third and finally, Callie works directly in the flow of conversation. Because it understands the context in the email thread, scheduling happens naturally. No switching tools, no hunting for links, no changing settings. That's Callie, Calendly's new AI assistant. Next, for our customers, getting the meeting on calendar is just the beginning. Time after time, one thing we kept hearing from customer is that meetings create surprisingly amount of follow-up work. Not just the meeting itself, but remembering what afterwards, what decision got made, what action item came out. And most of our customers are constantly switching between being present in conversation, taking notes, or writing follow-ups, and trying to reconstruct context later. We want to handle that work for our customer. That's why we built Notetaker. Today, we are excited to announce Calendly's AI Notetaker. Notetaker joins meeting with you, capture important details, and helps turn conversation into action. Julia, show us Notetaker in action.
Let's do it. So as you can see, I'm on a call right now and my note taker's already there.
That is actually my favorite part of the whole thing, Julia. You don't have to remember to hit the recording. You don't have to ask someone to take note. It just shows up as your companion.
Exactly. So I've also got Jamal on here. Hey, Jamal.
Hey, Julia.
I've got Shiv here with me.
Hello, Shiv.
Hey, Jamal.
All right. So Jamal, you're in a lot of meetings day to day. Tell me, how is the note taker helping you out?
Yeah, honestly, it's been a game changer for me. As you mentioned, I'm in a lot of meetings, whether they're internal meetings like one-on-ones or project status updates, or external meetings like a customer call or a call with a recruiting call with a potential job applicant. And what Notetaker really does is it makes all of those conversations feel much more focused. I'm not trying to take notes and listen at the same time, which can be super stressful, and also you can tend to miss things in those notes. And so I can actually pay attention now. I can look at folks in the eye. I can hear what they're actually saying and really be present in those conversations.
So you're not multitasking.
Exactly. I'm able to really focus in on what's going on, and I don't have to worry about missing anything important because I know I can always go back to my recap to see what happened in the call.
And that recap is sent to you immediately after the call for you to reference as needed, which is great.
That's right. I can reference it right away. It consolidates all the really the busy work of taking notes and capturing those action items that I would typically have to do. So I can really focus in on those things that are really going to move the work forward, actually taking action on those action items versus capturing them.
Exactly. And if you forget a detail, you can always go in and ask to pull up that detail without rewatching the whole thing. And we're going to demo this in just a second.
That's right. The chat functionality is great with Callie. Everything is just one chat message away to be able to understand the context from the call.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jamal.
Thanks, Julia. See ya.
Bye.
Great. Julia, normally after this, I will dig through my own notes later, trying to remember who said what, all trying to reconstruct the context. What do you think, Julia?
To me, this is one of the most convenient features of Notetaker. Right after the meeting, I get an email with a summary of all of the notes organized for me. So here's an example of one that I received from a meeting I had with Jamal yesterday where we talked about an upcoming marketing campaign. You can see in my email inbox, I've got a summary, the action items that we both committed to, as well as the discussion points. So it's all right there, ready to go. But let's take a look in Calendly to see the full experience. So within Calendly, if I hit the Notetaker tab, I can access all of my meeting recaps. And here's the one that I was just talking about with Jamal, that marketing campaign meeting. You can see that I've got the summary, action items, the discussion points organized for me. But let's say I wanted to edit something, I could. If I want to copy this into an email, I could. Or if I wanted to go ahead and share directly from Calendly, it creates a pre-drafted email for me with the meeting notes. So essentially, everything I need is right here without having to dig around.
This is great. I love this because it feels useful immediately. It isn't just like an AI transcript. It goes a step further and thoughtfully organize content around things people actually need after meeting. What was discussed, what decisions were made, and what needs to happen next.
Exactly. It's all organized for you. If you wanted the transcript or the full recording, it's right there too. But what I really like is if I forget a detail about the meeting, I can pull it up right away. And I do that by simply asking Callie, my AI assistant, a question about the call. So in this case, I'm going to ask Callie what success metrics Jamal and I discussed on our marketing call. So I'm going to go ahead and hit send.
So this is where Callie comes back into play as your assistant, using the recap of Notetaker to instantly give you all the answers you need.
And here you go. Callie has reminded me that we talked about some engagement metrics as well as product discovery metrics. So in just a couple seconds, I got the answer I needed right away. So this is just incredibly convenient when I need an answer.
Great, and this becomes especially powerful once you have dozens and hundreds of meetings, because now all the content is just accessible instead of disappearing after the call.
Exactly. So let's zoom out from this meeting example for just a second, and let's take a look at the calendar tab. So this is a place where I can see my schedule for the day. As you can see, I've got my Notetaker set up to join quite a few meetings. But let's say I'm looking ahead and I realize I'm not prepared for a meeting I'm about to have. I can simply ask Callie to help me prepare. So I'm going to ask Callie to help me prepare for this analysis conversation I'm going to be having in about an hour. So I'm going to say...
So this is just before the meeting itself?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. All right. So I'm going to ask Callie, help me prepare for the analysis meeting later today. Okay, and in just a couple seconds, Callie's getting me ready here. I've got a summary of notes that I need to review. I've got some suggested goals and talking points for the meeting, as well as historical context. So Callie's not just looking at this meeting, it's looking across all of the meetings I've had to tell me what I need to know to go into this call. So I don't need to dig around. I don't need to, guess what I need to know. Callie tells me exactly what I need, just like an assistant would.
Great. Thank you, Julia. What's exciting now is connecting the entire meeting experience, from coordination to conversation to follow-through, where Calendly can coordinate the meeting, capture the conversation, and help you use context later. This is really just the beginning of connected experience where coordination, conversation, and context all work together. Back to you, Shane.
Okay, now this is incredible. Not just one major product, but two. And here's what makes them powerful together. What Shiv just showed us is that Callie and Notetaker, they aren't separate products. Callie uses all of the context inside Calendly, recaps from Notetaker, meeting history, past interactions, and contact details to help with meeting tasks, answering questions, and moving work forward. One connected experience across your entire meeting workflow, handling coordination and prep before the meeting, capturing context during the meeting, and making follow-through and next steps quicker and easier than ever. Callie's always on hand to help you when you need it. And because it's all inside Calendly, you don't have to worry about complex setup or juggling multiple tools. This is exactly what Tope meant when he said we wanted to remove the busy work around the whole meeting lifecycle. But by now you must be thinking, wait, how have they done all of this? How did they build it? Well, I asked myself the same question many, many times, and the person I always go to for answers is Chirag, our Chief Technology Officer. Shiv, take it away.
Thank you, Shane. Chirag, great to have you.
Thank you for having me, Shiv.
So Chirag, when customers look at our launch today, they will see new product, more connected experience, and a simple way to get work done. That simplicity comes from a huge amount of engineering under the hood. Please walk us through.
Absolutely. For us, today was never about launching something new. It was a major milestone into a broader paradigm shift about reimagining meetings with AI and building a connected platform that helps in building these seamless and powerful experiences for our end users. Though what I'm more excited about today is the foundation that we've built and the future unlock that it is going to do for us.
So right, and a big part of that foundation is how we think about AI. Can you tell us more about and how it looks like in practice?
Right, so we took a higher level strategic approach as we were building our AI roadmap for our existing product. One thing we wanted to make sure was that we're not building a collection of disconnected AI features. And that is why we made a deliberate investment into a horizontal AI platform that unifies your meetings and scheduling and recap across all the data and underlying processing and the models that power it. And it is the same shared platform that is allowing us to build these experiences that you saw with Callie and Notetaker. And it's the same platform that's also going to allow us with all the future integrations and evolutions that we want to do without needing to rebuild the stack from the ground up.
Great. So what about the AI tool people use outside Calendly? I imagine a lot of people using, working out of Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini.
Yeah, that's right. One of our core platform pillars has been Calendly should be working where our users work. And we wanted to make sure the same is true even with our AI tools. And when we were building this AI platform from the ground up, we wanted to make sure we are exposing the Calendly ecosystem outwards through MCP. And as a result, Calendly can now show up much more seamlessly and naturally into the conversations and AI workflows and tools that our users use across Claude, ChatGPT, or Gemini. And all of this is done with absolute privacy and security in our mind.
Can you walk us through with an example, Chirag, please?
So today, if you think about it, there are tens of thousands of users who use Calendly into Claude by leveraging the Calendly Claude connector. So a user can actually go in Claude and say, help me find 30 minutes sometime this week to follow up with a client that I talked to yesterday. And within minutes, you'll see a meeting pop up onto your calendar with all the right information and context and domain. And the beauty of this is the user doesn't even need to leave the context.
Great. So let me understand. So Calendly becomes part of your AI workflow instead of a separate tool you have to manage.
That's absolutely right.
Great. And AI is also changing how our R&D teams work day to day, not just what we ship to customers.
That's right. So similar to how we've been very principled and deliberate about what AI capabilities we build for our product, we have also been super deliberate about how we leverage AI into our internal product development life cycle. And we have been using AI extensively across ideation to prototyping to coding and reviewing and even testing. And all of this is done with a very thoughtful approach. We are not using AI just for the sake of using AI. So to give you an example, we have a heavy AI usage right now on our repetitive and mundane tasks so that we can free up our capacity and mental bandwidth to focus on a lot more on innovation for the future.
Got it. I know another area you spend a lot of time is on architecture modernization. That sounds very technical. What does it really mean for our customer?
This one's very close to my heart. In addition to building the AI platform, we've also made a deliberate effort into rebuilding some of the key components of our technology stack from the ground up and modernize it. This means there are more real-time updates, fewer handoffs between our internal systems, and all of this can get super technical very soon. But what I want the end users to take away from this is we now have much more faster interactions and integrations. We have fewer rough edges, and overall experience is much more simple, seamless, and intuitive in a connected manner. Now, if I have to give you a couple examples, just to drive the point home, when a Notetaker joins a Notetaker-enabled meeting, and once the meeting ends, you see the action items, the recap, and follow-ups come immediately, almost instantly after the meeting happens, so that the users can then follow up with their clients and continue to build on that reputation. Another one could be when a user books a meeting on their calendar, or if they make updates to an existing meeting, all of those updates just flow up very seamlessly into the meetings page without even the user needing to refresh their page. So all of this has been built in a very thoughtful manner.
Right, I've been using Notetaker, and the recaps, the action item just shows up right after the meeting. It's an incredible, great experience. And as more people use this, Chirag, and especially as Calendly takes on more work on behalf of user, the reliability becomes incredibly important.
Absolutely right, you're very right. At our scale, where we have more than 20 million users across 200 plus countries and like several different languages, our infrastructure needs to be rock solid. And that is why right from the get-go, we have made a very deliberate and intentional effort to think about reliability, scale, and the user's trust. It means when you're in the middle of a meeting and a note-taker is taking notes, it will do its work. When you message Callie at 11 p.m. on a Friday night, it won't ghost you.
Well, I believe you. So one hard question for you, Chirag. So if you have to boil it down, what is the one thing you want our customer to know when we say powered by Calendly?
Yeah, powered by Calendly in my mind is not just about what we build with AI, it's also about how we build. And all the different things that I talked about earlier, whether it is the investment in the AI platform or rebuilding like key parts of our technology stack or investing in the Calendly ecosystem and making it outward available, all of that is really important as you think about moving faster with simplicity and reliability and scale in mind. And today marks an important milestone in that journey as we turn a new page in that journey.
That's a great reminder, Chirag. This isn't about shipping and moving on. We are building for customers so customers keep getting better experiences.
Yes, that's exactly right. That's what powered by Calendly means.
Thank you, Chirag. I'm incredibly excited about the foundation the team has built and the opportunity ahead us. We continue to innovate for our customer. Now back to Shane.
Okay, thank you, Shiv and Chirag. Whew. Okay, that's a lot. It's clear that Calendly does a lot more than scheduling now, but we didn't want to make it feel like more work to manage it all. Calendly should feel like a deep breath in the middle of a chaotic day, a sense of spacious simplicity when you've got a lot going on. And as a result, today we are also rolling out a new brand and in-product experience, one that really brings to life our vision to make space for what matters. And with that, I have Katrika here, our VP of Design, who's going to walk us through some changes that we've made to the experience in-app. Katrika, why don't we start with some of the goals that we were trying to achieve?
The core goal of this refresh was ease. We want to provide a sense of ease. Calendly is known for making scheduling with someone very, very easy. And we want to make sure we maintain that sense of ease as we go beyond scheduling to other areas of the product. Our customers are very busy people, busy executives, consultants, salespeople, wellness practitioners, and they're busy thinking about their business every day. And we want to make sure that we add a sense of ease. And so that was the main focus of this refresh.
I love that. Yeah, keeping things simple, making it easy for our customers is so critical. Why don't we jump in and see what actually changed in the product?
Yeah, let's do it. So once you jump into the product, you'll see that we've simplified the main menu a lot. The principle that we were using to do this is what areas of the product do our customers use on a daily or weekly basis that add a lot of value to them and that work really well together. So we start here on the scheduling page. You can see all the different types of meetings people can book with me. You can also easily get to managing your availability if you need to make adjustments. Next, we'll go to the calendar. This helps you plan your day. You can see all your upcoming meetings, who you're meeting with, look at meeting briefs if you need to do some preparation. After a meeting, Notetaker comes in handy. This is the recordings of all the meetings you've had. If you jump into one of these recaps, you can see the summary of the meeting, the action items here. You can watch a recording or look at the transcripts if that's helpful to you. And then the contacts page, this is all the people you've met with over time. It gives you a summary of your relationship and some really easy ways to re-engage with those clients if you want to. Next, we have payments. This is a way to create and manage invoices and meeting packages, payment links. So if you're someone who wants to monetize your time, this is a really helpful part of the product for you. Then we have automations. This is a way to get Calendly to act on your behalf, send reminder emails, thank you emails, things like that. You'll also see, regardless of where you are in the product, we have a very easy entry point to Ask Callie. Ask Callie is our AI assistant. It acts as a companion to any part of the product. You can also expand it if you want to do deeper work with Callie. Yeah, so that's an overview of the refresh in the product.
Love it. But what's this I see in the top left? That used to be the Calendly logo. What's going on?
That's true. Up here in the top left, we did remove the Calendly logo and we replaced it with you, your name, your photo, your business name. In this case, it's me. But we really like this change because our customers are focused on their business day in and day out, and Calendly is just there to support them. But their business is central, and it made sense to reflect that in the product.
I love that. It's clear that the customer is just like all the way through all these changes that you've made, which I love that. Let's talk about one other thing, settings.
Yeah.
Historically, they've been quite difficult to find. So how have we handled that in this?
Yeah, settings used to be behind the profile dropdown, and it was very hard for our customers to find. But now settings is right here at the end of the main menu. When you open it, settings is a modal. We also made it really easy to get to contextual settings. So areas of the product like Notetaker, where it's helpful to sometimes change your settings. Let's say in this example, I have Notetaker recording all of my meetings that I schedule from Calendly, but Notetaker's been working really, really well for me, so I'm going to add it to all my meetings. And I can save that, exit out, and I'm right back to where I was. So we're really excited about these changes for settings. And speaking of settings, we're also going to be adding dark mode very shortly. This has been a huge hit internally, and we know this is one our customers have been asking for, so excited to have that update too.
Dark mode is huge, but what I love most about this is that contextual setting, the way that you actually drop back to where you were working before. It may seem small, but when you're in flow, that's so, so important. I love it. Okay, so when will our customers get to experience all these changes?
Most of these changes have rolled out to our customers already. So a lot of our customers have been experiencing this, giving us great feedback. We were thoughtful about this rollout because we know when you make changes to a navigating a product has muscle memory to it. And so it does take a moment to adjust to. But we are excited that this has rolled out. As customers go in, it should feel fresh but familiar. everything they need is still there, just in a way that's more focused and intentional. So hopefully that allows them to make more time for the things that matter in their day.
I love that. Thank you so much, Katrika.
Thank you.
Okay, well, as I mentioned, this isn't just a product evolution. This is a full company evolution. This is a brand new Calendly. Roll the video.
There's work that moves your goals forward, that elevates your business, ignites your creativity, and delivers results. Then there's everything else. The back and forth, coordinating schedules, taking notes, tracking action items, and endless follow-ups. All of it compounding and obscuring the work you're really trying to get done. At Calendly, until now, our mission has been to make scheduling meetings easy. Now, we're making the rest of the meeting easy too. Say hello to the new Calendly, AI meeting management that handles the work before, during, and after every meeting. Callie, your new AI assistant, handles the time-consuming back and forth of scheduling for you, right from your inbox. During meetings, your AI note-taker captures meeting notes and action items, so you can stay present and engaged. Then shares pre-drafted follow-up emails to keep work moving. After the meeting, Callie helps you schedule a follow-up, recall conversation details, or prep for what's next, right from Calendly. Callie keeps track of your meeting history, contact details, and more, so you always get the full picture. And because it's Calendly, it's all easy to use and fits seamlessly where and how you already work. Calendly proved scheduling can be simple. Now, we're taking on all of the work around meetings so you can make space for what matters.
Okay, I hope you're feeling as excited about all of this as I am. It feels amazing to finally share all of this with the world. Our teams have been busy working on these experiences for a long time, testing them, learning from customers, refining them, and it's incredibly rewarding to finally make them generally available to our customers. I really feel like we're entering a whole new chapter at Calendly. We helped make scheduling feel frictionless. Now we're applying that same idea across the full meeting lifecycle. Because for the first time, AI can do more than just organize work. It can actually start handling it, making more room in the day for the work that matters most. Callie naturally picks up where scheduling links leave off. Notetaker helps carry the meeting forward after the call ends. Callie then can use all of this context to automate drafting follow-up actions, follow-up emails, and of course, it wouldn't be Calendly if Callie couldn't also organize follow-up meetings. Even the experience inside Calendly feels simpler, more intuitive, and more connected end to end. Taken together, this really feels like the next evolution of Calendly. Tope, I think that's why this moment feels so important.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. Today's a really meaningful moment for Calendly, not just because of the products themselves, but because of what they represent. We spent years making scheduling easier for millions. Now we're starting to apply that same thinking to all the work surrounding meetings too. And I'm incredibly proud of the teams who built this. They've been obsessed with making these products very useful as opposed to just interesting technology. And we built tools that will actually help our customers in real practical ways. Because at the end of the day, none of this matters unless it truly helps people. We want to help them get time back. We want to help them stay focused. We want to help them decide where to spend their energy every single day, as opposed to reacting to whatever's screaming loudest that given day. And this is just the start of that next evolution you talked about, Shane. Meetings are only one part of how businesses grow and how relationships deepen. There's so much opportunity ahead to help people reclaim time in their day to spend it on what matters most.
Whew, okay, we've gone through a lot today. Let's take a deep breath. Starting today, you'll begin seeing these experiences roll out more broadly across Calendly. Check out our launch blog post for more information about everything we've covered today. We just shared the link in the comments right now. We've already learned a tremendous amount from customers who've been testing these experiences alongside us as we built and refined them. Callie and Notetaker are both genuinely better products due to their help. And we're so grateful for their partnership along the way. And now, we finally get to put this in your hands. We can't wait for you to try these new capabilities for yourselves and let us know what you think. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We'll see you soon.